Hello my fellow Gwent players, thank you for clicking this video. My name is Litsa, welcome to my channel. This channel is all about bringing you fun and competitive decks. That does include seasonal mode, so if you're into that, consider subscribing. Without further ado, I will show you my Hidden Cache deck for a Switcheroo, Season of the Cat. So let's get into that. So, Switcheroo, just in case you've missed it and have been living in a restone for the last few weeks, after both players take a turn, you switch hands. That means your hand is not your hand, you're constantly switching. So I thought, well, maybe it's cool to do something with the Hoard ability. So the Hidden Cache basically makes Hoard abilities trigger much faster for me than for my opponent, so even if I give my valuable stuff to my opponent, it will be more effective for me than it will be for him. So that's the general idea of the deck. Furthermore, there will generally be not much ways for my opponent to gain coins, because that is what we will be focusing on. So the deck is actually the last two decks I shared for a Switcheroo were very calculated decks where I only had a few strong cards and I basically handed over a bunch of crap to my opponent. This deck has a lot of good powerful stuff, providing you can gain coins. So one of the most important things for the deck is to be very careful with your tax collectors, because the tax collectors will provide a lot of coins for your opponent, and if your opponent can gain coins, then your cards will suddenly become very useful and powerful for him. There are a few other or cards in the deck that help with gaining cards, such as Vistag and the Traffickers, but those are not that strong. You basically want to play your tax collectors first, because you want to keep them out of the hands of your opponent. So there are a few generally strong things going on in the deck. The Flying Redanian will summon when you hoard a large amount of coins. You don't have to go to 9 coins because of Hidden Cache. So you will summon the Flying Redanian. Of course, we have Knickers, we have Roach. And Dandelion helps you play 2 cards in a turn. Phoenix is just very strong over multiple rounds. You really want to, sometimes I mulligan this away because I don't want this to fall into my opponent's hands, and I really have to play a tax collector as an opener. We have some powerful things like the Sausage Maker. These guys, I love the artwork, by the way. So the deck is very fun to play. It has a lot of valuable stuff. Like Soul is like super powerful in this deck. This is one of the cards that you want to keep out of for your opponent's hands as well. On the other hand, if your opponent cannot gain coins, it doesn't really matter. Sea Jackal is a strong finisher. You basically want to hoard coins throughout the round, but then in the end, if you can play a Sea Jackal, you can burn up all your coins to gain a lot of points. So I will take the deck for a spin and show you how it performs. Out of the last 10 games, I've only lost 1. Part of that might also be because people just generally don't understand Syndicate as a faction very well. I've won some mirror matches versus Syndicate as well, so those are very interesting. So let's see what we will find. It's a shame Switcheroo is going away in about a week or so, because I've had a lot of fun with the game mode, but season of the Mahakam Defender or something like that is coming up very quickly. So in the next season of seasonal mode, every unit will have resilience, so it will be very interesting to see what kind of decks we can make for that game mode. Alright, well, obviously Roach has to go. We do have a lot of ways to gain coins. Pay attention to double poison. The guy that plays a crime card from your deck is also in this deck, so you can pull some surprise poisons on your opponent. Maybe I'll take one poison away. So I basically want to open with the Phoenix. Phoenix is very strong. Like Virgo is the guy that plays a crime card from your deck. Just boosting that so it can't be removed that easily in before Gerald. So this is the idea of the deck. Like I will have the Hoard ability triggered, so if I play this it will gain 8 points for me on the board. If I hand it to my opponent it will only gain 4 points for him. That's the general concept. Just like this. Like it won't go off for my opponent because he doesn't have coins. So generally speaking, you want to deny your opponent ways to gain coins, because that will make your cards useful for him. What do we have here? Like, yes, ways to proc frost. This is hard, man. This is always the hardest round when you get like a handful of options from your opponent and you have to figure out what he's trying to do. Like he's actually playing smart. He's gaining coins for himself. So we'll see what card did he put on his deck. So we probably want to play stuff that gains coins. Gain coins. We could play eavesdrop. Yeah, we should play eavesdrop. If he plays eavesdrop and plays a sea jackal, that will be just way too many points. So what do we want to deny our opponent? Just putting knickers back in my deck myself. I think he could have gained more points when he would have played. Alright, this was his own deck. Like when he plays Red Riders, I will need to play the Wild Hunt Bruiser. Thing is, I don't necessarily want to kill this. Grow. Right now we can start spawning frost on his rose, because this will hit the armor and this will hit the guy he wants to kill anyway. I am going to poison this guy, because we will be able to use Verco to pull another poison out of the deck. That's a little trick. Like, I'm not in a rush to play either one of those. This is a finisher for the end of the round. Okay, so now we're playing the Frosty guy, just to deny him the points. This is one of the negatives of the deck, that your opponent usually takes a long time to read all the cards, because they're not used to seeing Syndicate cards. Like, this will gain him 7 points. We do deny something, right? We do deny that. On the other hand, this is 8 points for us. So do we deny 7 or do we play 8 for ourselves? I think we're trolling him a bit. Because if we play this now, we can use the consume on either the Rot Fiend or the Katakan. He will play this for 7 points, but this will be 7 points as well. 7 point difference. Weird face. Just denying that, but it's not the end of the world. Probably didn't see that one coming. And we'll get the ship. Where's my ship? Oh, there's the ship. Alright, you never pass in this game mode, guys. Oh. Alright. I'll try to make this quick. He will probably surrender. It's a shame this guy doesn't know how this game mode works. At first I thought he was actually being pretty smart in denying my coins, or making sure he got coins himself so he could use some of my stuff, but now that I see this might be one of his first games he's playing in this game mode. Which is a shame, because he will probably concede. Just let me demonstrate how much coins you can gain from this stuff. Don't forget to use the active, by the way. Like, that's a lot of points, guys. And it's not that hard with the deck to get to 9 coins anyway. You gain 3 from the hidden cache, so you only need to gain like 6, so that's either a tax collector over a 6 point round. Well, this guy, but he played the other one. It's pretty nice to play this. This boost will be small. Yeah. Well, you can have the tax collectors. So, there we go. That's probably enough. Did he go AFK? He does it again. Oh, sorry guys, this isn't the best example, but whatever. I'm gonna pass. This was an easy win. Ooh, it was a seasonal thingy. Well played. You really did well this match.
Control the docks, control the city.
Alright. So we have a few very powerful options over here. Like the Phoenix is obviously very strong in this game mode, and so is the Lieutenant von Hurst. Then probably these guys on the third place. So it's a lot of poison for a round to have, and a lot of ways to gain coins. Well, I usually prefer to have like one way of poisoning and then playing the other one with Verco, so that I can use a poison, but my opponent cannot. Right, never mind. So now we have to choose between the Phoenix and the Lieutenant. Actually, rough. This card will help us win the first round, but this card will be way stronger if we don't win the first round. I'm playing the Phoenix because if my opponent doesn't gain coins, then the Lieutenant will obviously won't be any good for him. Let's see what we get. Basically a bunch of crap. This will come in handy though. Well played, well played. You should have seen that coming, honestly. Still another boiling oil. So that will be interesting to get that out of the way. Yes. Purify, yes, some pings. Yeah. So now I have to deny him that. This is annoying because if I play this card, I know he will have the boiling oil to remove it. Maybe we should get the boiling oil out of the way so we can play our Passiflora Peaches. We'll force it out. If he doesn't use it, we can use it on the Lieutenant. Here we go. So now hopefully we can get the Passiflora Peaches back and then play the Jackal. This might rack in some points over time. Didn't he use his purifying oil on the... What? What did he kill, guys? Did it whiff? I don't understand. Be sure to use your leader ability before you do the damage thing. I'm actually not sure what he killed. What did he kill? I missed it. It's a good thing I'm recording. I'll look into it. This is looking good. Like, it's hard to find a balance between interfering with your enemy's plans and being proactive in this game mode. But this deck is pretty proactive. Like, the only thing that's reactive is the poison, basically. Well, maybe, yeah. Verterre. How you wanna call it. I'm not sure how this guy was thinking he would win a game. Alright, so he got one poison out of the way. So we basically have to play the poison. Or do we purify? Sure.
Any can join the order's ranks, be they peasant, noble, or even witcher.
So now maybe we can still poison something he plays with the Vistag and the Furco. Not sure why he did that. I'd rather have these points. I think I'll need to play one card, otherwise he'll end up having more cards in his hand. Well, that was pretty lopsided. Might as well pass. Let's go into round 2 with more cards. This I'm not totally unsure what this guy is doing, which is honestly a shame because it doesn't really test the deck. Alright, this is interesting because we really need this one and we really need this one. We can give him this one. Like, we're still bringing in some coins from the last round, so the soul will gain us a lot of points. This is fine, we can give him the tax collector. So we won't get to see the full potential of soul. But together with the Phoenix, it probably should be enough to win the round. Or win the game even. These cards aren't too useful for him. Like, he has no way to spend the coin, so he can have the tax collector. At this point we're just playing the highest power cards. Do we have other crime cards in our deck? Yeah, sure. Let's see the power of soul. Doesn't matter. Well, it does. put that away. Alrighty. Well, that wasn't too challenging, to be honest. But hey. So there we go, folks. 2 easy victories. Basically, this deck is all about managing the coin, like Syndicate does. So thanks for watching, guys. Please feel free to subscribe if you're into this kind of decks, or this game mode even. There isn't that much content for seasonal game modes on YouTube, so let me know what you'd like to see. I'm already preparing for the next season, and the last episode of the Team Leviathan Gaming budget deck series is also coming up, Skellige, which is a really fun deck. So stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.